What is up YouTube? It is Matty and we are in the Brennerchen 2.0 clan and yeah, it's an episode of the Matty Clashing With series that we're doing. So that's right, I've been with this clan doing a war. If you haven't heard of them before, you don't know of them, Brennerchen Plays is a big YouTuber from Germany. I think he's got about 50,000 subscribers, so pretty much double my size actually, which is pretty cool. And we warred, I think their main clan is called Brennerchen 13, which I will visit eventually if we find it. Hold on, there we go. This is their main clan, and yeah, I've been visited their feeder. They were one of the first ones to sort of request me to visit. I came in to try and help them more. I'd say they're at the verge of embracing 3-starring. They haven't quite a few of their members are still using Go Wipe, but they are almost like a few of them are experimenting with Go Ho. I've got a couple of raids I'm going to show you, including my own attempts, which you can see how that went down as well. But yeah, great group of friendly people. Really enjoyed my stay, getting to talk to people. They were the people that I planned with were receptive and willing to try out new things, which is pretty cool. In fact, I think I did it on my phone. If I quickly load up Skitch, I think you'll see if I bring them up. I did a couple of plans with the guys just to try and help them out, and you can see all of these were from the Brennerchen War, of me just trying to explain it to the people, to the guys there, and yeah, the people that tried the raids that I did were very receptive, which was nice. It's good, and I had fun trying to help other guys check out some 3-stars. So definitely recommend popping these guys a visit at some stage. And yeah, let's talk about the war. So Warlog is mixed bag. They did have a nice streak for a little while. Lately it's been a little bit rockier. I think this war came close. I think it's just the lack of it's the Town Hall 9 3-star, and I think where the issue is, which is because the Town Hall 8 seem to do okay. Now let's start with the attack on 23, because that was a good one. Here we go, and it's by Zelly. He's got a main account. One of his main accounts is in Brennerchen 13, and he's a Town Hall 10, very knowledgeable in the current raiding strategies, which was refreshing to talk to him and plan. Well, in fact, I didn't even plan with this guy. He did it all himself. It's clearly a Go Ho variant, so he's using a heavy wizard army, obviously, to take down the dragon, the loons, breaking in the base, trying to break through multiple layers of wall actually, which was quite cool to see. So he's letting his golems get in nice and deep look, well timed on the wall breakers, and then he's going to use hogs to just reinforce those golems. And you can see here's a group. I assume he's got max hogs in the CC, it would make sense, and I think he actually knows to reinforce them at a different angle. Look, takes out the double giant bomb with his golemites, which is perfect. Very nicely timed on the heel as well, albeit that if he'd have placed it, I think, a little bit lower and to the right, it would have been a bit better. But then he had a second heel anyway, which is perfect, and that worked nicely. And then the base is done. So yeah, it's a very clean, nice Town Hall 8 attack, which I thought was pretty cool, and definitely worth a show on this video. Yeah, moving on through, we've got one more which I want to show of their attacks. So when my Wi-Fi decides to start working, I'll take you in. Here we go, number 17 it was. There we are. Speed. Let's have a look. Another Town Hall 8 on Town Hall 8, and this time we've got it's shattered Go Ho, but EQ rocking in with the earthquakes, which I thought was nice to see, because that means he doesn't need to do a huge amount of funneling, because the base doesn't need it that much. It's got natural funneling on anyway, so he's going to reinforce behind with the wizards just because he can. Send those wizards into the core, making them quite top heavy in the middle as well. Dragons coming out. Look, the wizards will get in there and help take that down. Poison spell as well, that'll help get the loon. Could have dropped the poison spell a little bit sooner, but it didn't matter too much. The poison is taking down that loon now. Everything's moving forwards. Let's see what he does with the hogs, because that's going to be key. He did save a couple of wizards for the back end as well, which is again shows signs of knowledge, which is good. Unfortunately, the wizards are getting a little bit wrecked up there. Hog pathing, sending everything in. They're going to move sort of north. Nothing really planned for the left hand side other than the hogs just going to move through. I would have potentially done a split drop and then like a heal in the core or something like that, and that might have, because it's difficult to plan where they're going to go. There is a giant bomb there. He caught it a little bit late. I think quite a few of the hogs died then. They did get a nice little split, and the second group of hogs did get a good chunk of time in the heal spell, so it worked out okay in the end. Again, more raids showing promise, which is nice. Dropping the wizards down to help finish up the raid, and then they're just going to be running around getting the build huts for the final few seconds. But yeah, good. Quite a nice attack. Moving on through, we're going to go with my attacks this war. Obviously it's on my noob account, so I tried to drop in some Valkyries, so we'll go for my attack on this one first. I did take down the number 4, and I was number 14 on our side. Here we go, this is the base I took down. You can see my Valkyries are level 1. I did have some Valkyries in the CC which were level 4 though. 1 golem, 4 loons, which I thought I was going to take the cannons down. So you can see a cannon exposed either side. Guide my golem and Valkyries in through the core, and then back end hogs. Also going to use some hogs for the side end archer towers. So I had a bit of a plan. We'll see how it goes. I think it could have been a little bit better. Giant to distract, and then the 2 loons, actually I remember that. I was a little bit worried that for some reason my loons weren't going to quite get the job done, and I really wanted those cannons to go down. I needed it to happen for my attack, so I took I bit the nail on the head and just dropped the giant down. Because the golem drop, I could drop wizards straight onto the arch towers as well, giving my golem a bit of extra health. I wanted to get that poison down early as well. I didn't want the loon to damage him too much. I think I got away without a drop then. Dragon is there doing some damage, but I've sent in some wizards behind as well. Unfortunately my Valks ran straight onto a couple of giant bombs, but my heals were there, and you'll see side hog's going to come in a second. I got my jump spell down. King and queen going in. The queen did run off to the side, which is a little bit annoying. I was hoping she wasn't going to do that, but she did. A couple of hogs in from the sides. Look, queen now decided to go in, trying to get down those. What the hell? Hold on. There we go. Anyway, sending in the hogs from the north side to help. Heal spell there as well. The heal spell placement and the hog drop at the top wasn't too great. I mean, I could have dropped them a little bit smoother, I think, to make sure that they sort of went into the inwards and actually used the heal spell. I don't think they got much use out of it, but they moved in to take down the expo, which is great. The queen came up to help clear down the other mortar which was left, and the hogs went down to clean down the bottom side mortar, and that was it. All I had to rely on now was the time and hope that my cleanup was going to work, and I did have some hogs, queen, wizards, and all that together resulted in me bringing home the 3-star. I really wish my Wi-Fi was good. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Going to show the final raid now. So the next raid I'm showing, guys, was a fail by me, which didn't go as I quite planned, and I'll tell you why. I'll show the raid and we can have a look. They did fail on me a few times, by the way. They couldn't quite get the job done. They did in the end, actually. I got go wee-weed with a guy with like level 20 king and 15 queen, I think. And he just steamrolled my base with go wee-wee. Couldn't do much. This was a base. It's an anti-2. I tried to use loons on either side to just take out those arch towers that were... Actually, I did the north side, look, to try and get the cannon, and I meant to drop 3 hogs on each arch tower because I wanted them both to go down, but I ended up only dropping 1 hog on the top arch tower, which is it confused me that it didn't go down, and I was only meant to have 25 hogs left, so it's just a miss drop on that side, which was a little bit annoying. I dropped the poison straight onto the CC to take it down. I'll speed through this part, waiting for the loons to die. The dragon was lower on health. Then I could send my golem in, wizards to funnel, and the king and the queen in. Now, I thought on this, I'm just going to do like a suicide king and queen because I really didn't need them to do much. just kill the enemy queen. I didn't need to jump in. And to be honest, because there was quad Teslas below the town hall, I wanted to try raging hogs. So what I felt was that the pathing, if I sent my hogs in down south, they would naturally go to the air defences and then to the Teslas when they popped open. I didn't quite expect the giant bombs where they were, which I should have. That was stupid. But look, the hogs didn't quite path to the Teslas. Then they eventually did decide to go in, but they sort of split. I let a lot of the hogs die down there. I just completely messed up that initial part of the raid, which was a bit annoying. So then and I misplaced the raid as well. That final heal spell was, again, it was just all a bit bad. So I think if I'd have actually got my hog drop right, I'd have been fine and been able to actually wreck the base. So that resulted in the non 3-star on that one, which was a little bit unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. If you don't do the hog drops right, you don't predict where the giant bombs are properly, which it was kind of obvious because there were no other spaces really, so should have been able to prepare for that and pre-heal maybe, or send in a few hogs to trigger, and then a few more hogs to go and reinforce. You know, I should have just done it differently, but I didn't. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Brennerchen 2.0 is great to be here. We're moving on to Dark Fallout next, which is the clan run by Mr. Clasher. So let's see how that war goes. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win for us this time, but it was a great stay for me, and I'm glad I've been here. So peace out, guys. I'll see you on the next video.